Assalamu alaikum. Today we will be studying a new topic which revolves around the uses and abuse of drugs. So, what is a drug? A drug is an externally administered substance which modifies the chemical reactions which are taking place in the body. Now, by the term drug, you might think that it's only a harmful substance, but a drug is anything which is an externally administered substance. So it has many beneficial uses, such as the everyday medicine, just such as paracetamol we use, or the antibiotics or the antivirals we use. So these all come under the category of drugs. And even if these medications are taken in an overdose, then they don't have their beneficial effects and they have deleterious effects. Now we'll come into the topic of drug abuse. So the most common drugs of drug abuse are heroin, alcohol, and nicotine. So as you know that what heroin does, it is that it produces a drug tolerance in the body, which the quantity, what heroin does is that it produces euphoria. So what happens is that when a person consumes the same quantity had previously taken, it does not produce the same effect which it used to do. So the person has to take increasing amounts of heroin more and more. Now another thing which is another drug which is often used is nicotine. Now how is nicotine taken? Nicotine is taken in the form. Apart from nicotine, smoking in the normal cigarette smoke, there are a lot of deleterious components as well, such as the nitrosamines and carbon monoxide. However, we will be restricting our conversation to just the deleterious effects of nicotine. So, nicotine produces cramps in the body and it increases the GI motility. It produces a so when a person stops taking these drugs, it produces a withdrawal symptoms, which include vomiting, muscular pain, fever, and hallucinations. Now we need to know how dangerous addiction is to the society. So addiction is that people can, if they do not obtain the drug, they can commit any sort of crime to obtain the drug and can do any sort of action to obtain the drug. Moreover, that drugs such as cocaine and heroin are used by syringes, and these syringes are usually unsterilized, and they're used by addicts. So these addicts have the increasing possibility and increasing chance of developing diseases such as hepatitis and AIDS and HIV. Now, the most frequent drug which is used is alcohol. Alcohol is a drug which is socially acceptable in small quantity amounts. However, when it used in large amounts, it has many deleterious effects. Alcohol is a depressant. It slows the reaction time, leading to increased amount of accidents. Moreover, in our body, it causes liver cirrhosis since our liver basically metabolizes alcohol and it detoxifies it. Alcohol is broken down in the liver by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase, and so when increased amounts of alcohol are taken by the person's liver cannot metabolize the alcohol. Apart from these, like told you about that carbon monoxide and tar, these also carcinogens, and they reduce the amount of they reduce the ability of the blood to carry oxygen to the extremities. Apart from the risk to your own, these drugs also cause risk to the one's baby. These chemicals are carcinogenic and they have led to increased chances of miscarriage. Now we will be talking more about how smoking is dangerous for the humans. First, we will talk about chronic bronchitis. In bronchitis is basically an inflammation of the airways. There's overproduction of mucus in the body, and this mucus blocks the bronchi, by which there is the efficient gaseous exchange, which used to occur cannot occur. Number two is emphysema. What happens in emphysema is that the surface area of the bronchioles gets reduced. They cannot empty properly, and there is overaccumulation of carbon dioxide. The cardinal symptoms of emphysema are breathlessness. And finally, third most and the leading cause of death in the modern society is lung cancer. Lung cancer because lung cancer is invades rapidly and cannot be detected. Thank you. Now we will be covering microorganisms in our second lecture.